Not bad. Not bad at all.
It's pretty bad.
Mate,
Don't patronize.
it's the best ever.
That is true.
It's the greatest of all time.
Hold on a second.
We'll give you a minute.
You know, sex 8 times in a minute, dude.
Yeah, mate. What a beast.
Hello.
Hello there.
Now I can't hear myself. Hello, hello. There we go. Dude, mic testing with that Doom music earlier is a strange way to do it. Doesn't like that at all.
Mm.
Anyway, I gotta stop spending money on cool toys.
Yeah.
Fucking, I'm gonna be poor.
Yeah, do you want to explain what guitar you used and stuff?
I treated myself, even though I'm barely a passionate amateur, I treated myself to an Ormsby, which is pretty fucking sick. I don't know why I try and make learning the guitar as hard for myself as humanly possible. Like, I couldn't just get a 6-string and get used to it. I'm now running a multi-scale 6 and an 8 and an acoustic.
All at once, all at the same time.
Yeah, I've got a bass also. Got a couple of old shit guitars I'm trying to get rid of, but yeah, it never ends. The 3 primary instruments I use are all completely different to play, which just means I have to learn 3 things at once that are just similar enough that it makes it really hard to differentiate them in your own brain. Because I'm a silly goose that likes to do hard things. You really have to, like, you really can't have an ego about yourself learning a hard skill like guitar. Because it's like, you've just got to be willing to really, truly suck for like weeks. And then one day you'll get it and you're like, dopamine. Excellent.
I'm actually getting good. This
Yeah.
is good. I feel good.
Yeah.
We've probably discussed in an earlier episode that you have a bad spending habit on
Hey, no. That's it. None
on
of that.
multiple musical instruments,
None of
mostly
that.
guitars. Yes.
I could have just stuck
It's not
with it.
okay. The spending habit's bad. What you're getting is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, life's short.
It's the overspending part.
It's not overspending. I definitely needed a handmade multi-scale
Oh,
6.
yes, I saw it. It was a good price.
It was a good
The money
price.
vanished from my hand. I
Still-
don't know what to do.
Yeah. Going to look at a guitar in inverted commas with the cash already out in full is like taking a condom on a first. Like, you know what you're gonna do. You know what you're there to do. You can't be like, oh, it's just in case. No. You're there. No,
You're there to commit.
you're there to get fucked. Yeah.
You're like, the money's out. It's probably going to go from my hand, and I'm going to get a guitar. Smart.
Never, if you're learning to play guitar, never pick up a nice one, because you will fall in love with it immediately, and then large amounts of money will evaporate from your hand.
If you want to learn it, that is. Some people grab like toys and stuff, such as a guitar or music instrument. I want to learn that, and then they don't actually commit to learning it, and they're like, "This is shit. I'm not good at it."
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's hard to do. Like, it's.
Yeah.
I started in January, and that's where I am now.
I'll just point it
So-
out because we've talked about fucking people who don't want to do hard work and like, oh, it looks pretty cool. They get it, and they don't actually put effort into learning it.
Yeah.
I'm like, this sucks, and then they sell it, and they lose money on it. What a waste.
Yeah, and like, surely they lose some self-respect for not just carrying through with it. Although, to be fair, This has been vastly more expensive than it should have been. I'm just like, keep going. Yeah, you either fall in love with it and will do it the rest of your life, or you don't. I try not to be too much of an autistic freak about it, but I just can't put the things down.
Autism.
Yeah, pretty well. Not even that. Just every week you get just slightly better if you're practicing
That's
consistently.
good though.
The dopamine hits are wild.
If you weren't getting slightly better, why would you continue?
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
Get it.
At least you got some base musical knowledge from like your past and stuff. So.
Yeah, that helps for sure.
Yeah.
Like 5 years of high school music, playing in bands. Yeah, that for sure helps. But
Yeah. Makes it a lot easier to get into.
it's not like we played any metal. I was like a jazz trombonist. That doesn't exactly have skills overlap hugely with
No.
the sort of thing that I'm doing now. But-
Probably just musical knowledge.
well, yeah, the musical knowledge is invaluable. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I for sure know what a blues scale is, although that doesn't really translate into metal that well.
Hmm.
I've liked listening to metal for forever, and then just never
Yeah.
really played it. And now I've only bought multiple guitars, and I definitely need to upgrade the amp. I mean, this works. The
Oh,
Roland
yes,
Cube
there's the
works.
spending habit.
Yeah.
Shit, I gotta upgrade.
Shut the fuck up. If you want background music recorded for our shit, dude, I can get real into this. Buy the like electronic drum kit and do it myself, or just like no, don't. Stop.
It's time to start a band. All on my own.
Yeah, basically. See guys on YouTube that do that, they're just fucking wizards, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of guitar content. They're all their own.
They probably
other
commit
stuff.
themselves to the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, dude. That could be
Of course
me.
they're wizards. Could be.
It could be me.
Depends how much shit you got on the go though.
My girlfriend will stab me for spending all that money, but it'll be worth it. What is a puncture wound by Blade? You can have your own audio set up.
You can blow her away with music.
Yeah. Music that she actively dislikes. Let's go.
Now she's gotta get used to it. Oh
Yeah.
well.
Gotta have the acoustic around so I can fucking learn some Ed Sheeran. Guitars are magic wands that attract titties, but that you've got to like strike the right
String.
chord, I was going to
Right
say.
chord,
And then I
yes.
thought about how I didn't want to commit to that pun because I kind of want to throw up in my own mouth a little now. No, it's good value.
Sick.
Chicks do like guitar. It's not like I
But they
play.
probably don't like metal.
No. There are women out there that
Yeah,
like
I know
metal.
there's
Yeah.
women out there that like it, but I'm just saying. Like as you said,
Yeah,
more Ed Sheeran.
The best kind. Yeah. Dude, fucking T Swizzle out there making bang. Yeah, there's songs for everyone, but
Yeah.
Slipknot's a hard pitch to my girlfriend.
Oh, absolutely.
She's like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like,
What's
"Isn't
this
it good?"
demonic shit?
There's 9 of them. There's 9 of them. Listen to all the harmonies. It's fucking amazing.
It's beautiful. It's art.
She's like, "Why is he screaming?" I'm like, "Cause it's about
Yeah, and you get
feeling."
emotional.
How could you just say it's just screaming?
You're getting emotional at these fucking songs. You don't understand.
When Taylor Swift sings, I push my fingers into my eyes. No, well, she feels it.
It's that dual dynamic, isn't it?
Yeah, a duality, as it were. You won't get that, but I do. Everyone in the audience, one of like fucking 0 people that also
One of 0.
Yeah, will get that joke.
Yep. Someone who doesn't even know about it will get that joke.
You make me sick.
Me.
I wish you were eyeless. Your life is a disaster piece. Anyway, song title puns aside, if you're a beginner, never pick up a nice instrument. You'll ruin instruments you can afford.
And then when you
can play
realise
well.
it'll be too late.
Yeah, and it's done.
And it's like, you're a piece of shit. Everyone knows it. I know it just because I know about it.
Yeah. Oh, I could just stare at it all day. I fucking love that thing.
We'll put a picture up, I think.
I love the 8-string too.
Yeah, this is the cool guitar that I got.
Ormsby Hype GTR, I think. Hold on a second. Fuck.
Fuck! Always
Talk to you.
doxing me, man.
All right.
And yourself.
Entertain the audience for 7 seconds while I look at this.
Yeah, I just want to say, this guy, he's a fuckhead.
You're a fuckhead.
Oh, fuck. Doxed him. Oh, well. He's off jacking off his guitar. Oh, he's back.
Yep. Ormsby Hype GTR 6. It's great. I'd love a fucking 7 or an 8. But also, I don't have that kind of money to spend again. I'm going to be in
Not
trouble.
now.
I'm in trouble for this one, let alone the next one.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
They're so good. They're so light. What the fuck? Yeah,
Part of
hand
it's like, you shouldn't spend as much as you do. And the other part is like, yeah, keep spending.
fucking sick, dude.
I'm just going to keep doxing you now.
Good for business. Shit.
Yes, just keep spending. It's good, isn't it?
You know, need an amp.
Get that dopamine. Oh fuck, you're out of money. Yeah, keep spending.
It's a good thing we've got the Scarlett Focusrite and stuff like that. Like we could actually, not that I need multi-channel if I'm just doing my own
By the way,
one-man recording, but
you know that I'm pretty sure. What's that cable cord that you've got that you plug into the amp with the guitar? What's it called?
the fucking guitar cable, I don't know, I should know.
That should be able to actually
Yeah.
plug into the Scarlett. Like these things here, you can just plug it straight in, and that will like go straight through.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. It's something we're gonna play around with, but I remember reading you don't have to have a cord like this with all these points. This is just for mostly for microphones.
Yeah,
These can go straight in.
let's dock it.
Oh, you want to test it right now?
Yeah, that fits perfectly. You won't get anything through there. There'll be no signal from that because that's the other way around. Well, okay, if we're gonna do that, I definitely need a bigger amp or a better amp because this one doesn't have outputs like that. You need to get like a cabinet and then a head, and then yeah, it becomes a whole thing.
Yeah. Well, you probably still want it so you can hear the music.
Yeah,
But as you were saying to me yesterday about what is it like a microphone dampener so it doesn't pick up the amp sounds?
noise gate.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Because you'll probably still want a microphone, I assume. Maybe.
yeah.
Oh, maybe you won't. No, you probably won't. Because it should just go straight to the Focusrite and then you can record it on a computer and such.
Yeah. I mean, just miking up the amp is a pretty easy way to do that. And then
We'll work
can
it
still
out.
go through the Focusrite. The Focusrite's
Yeah.
useful for like, so you mic up all the amplifiers in the band.
Yeah.
And then, but I'm not a band. I'm one man. So
Yes.
got to teach you to play the bass.
Ah, yes, you must get into music.
Yes. Everyone must do what I want them to at all times.
How else are they going to improve themselves?
Yeah. There's only one right way to be better, and that's exactly how
And
I
that's
want you
to
to
obey
be.
me.
Yeah. Exactly.
Meme.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, you force me to learn a skill, I'll force you to learn a skill.
Fuck.
Smart. Go tit for tat.
What would you force me to learn?
I don't know yet. We'll think about that.
That sounds sexual. I don't like it.
I'm sure you will.
No feet pics.
Nah, none of that shit. We ain't starting OnlyFans social media. Not yet.
Yeah, that's
anyway.
where all the money is, though. If only we were pretty girls, dude. We
Yeah.
could get more than fucking 2 views.
0 cents.
Yeah.
Negative cents. Yeah, negative dollars because we're spending on the equipment.
Thousands of dollars in the red. Thousands.
What else you got for me? I heard you had something you wanted to talk about.
Oh, did you see? Victoria's Secret models are hot again. Nature is healing.
Nah, I didn't.
No, look it up.
Look it up.
It's real, dude.
It's real.
It's wild.
Where'd you learn this?
Twitter, obviously. But it'll be on the internet.
WikiHow, how to get a girlfriend. We had a last episode on that. So what was it called on Twitter?
Just Google Victoria's Secret. It'll be the most recent marketing. Lingerie company.
Perfume.
Yeah, just that first one. I think it's the new Icon collection.
No, I don't want you to know my location.
See?
What? This is all.
Nature is healing.
Whoa, full color.
We're no longer. Yeah, I know.
Nature's
that-
healing.
Emily Ratajkowski. God damn, that lady's in good condition. She's had kids. What the fuck?
Wait, how do you?
Her pharmacist must be wild. What? How do I know?
Yeah.
Because she was in the Blurred Lines video, and like every male our age, I now just fucking
Okay.
kind of keep track of her out of, and like that. I don't really want to fucking jerk off, but you're just like teasing yourself into it by like, oh, I wonder what's going on there. I have no ulterior motives going and checking out this lady's Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
dude.
how often do you come to this site, mate?
Fuck. I only want to see it on Twitter,
Only on Twitter.
so I can be angry that I can have a Jordan Peterson moment.
Mm.
Mr. Peterson having a regular one. Sorry, not beautiful. I mean, he was right there, but it is still funny.
Is that all from that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, you
Oh.
want to take that down? Are you getting hard, boy? Getting hard in the podcast studio with the homies.
Yeah, mate. I'm looking for fucking. No.
I have to stop looking at my guitar or I'll get hard. Fucking Christ.
You gotta start looking at Twitter.
No. How else am I meant to be angry about stuff that happens in not our country? How am I going to get wound up every morning? Just be like,
How am I gonna get hard?
fucking
Play the
bullshit.
guitar and be like, Yeah, fuck the world.
Yeah, basically. Bit of a fucking crackhead sometimes, eh?
Very much so.
Yeah. So obviously body positivity doesn't sell if Victoria's
No,
Secret
but it's
is
taken, well,
backpedaling. Took a
not just
while,
them.
really.
It's taken a long time in general for all this shit to
Yeah, they're the first, I think,
go away.
in recent history to be like, actually, ladies that spend big on this sort of thing, our target audience is actually predominantly attractive ladies.
Yeah. It's kind of weird how the world's gone, actually, with that.
Yeah. It's interesting to see market forces winning out. The like brute force of actually making money is keeping people in check again.
Yeah, how's the selling market going? Is it going good for you? Like, are you seeing the best sales you've ever seen?
What? Selling
With
market?
companies, with the fucking advertisement, like when you have all this, like more woke propaganda, like fat acceptance and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, it's
Or like,
not.
we want more females in this and we want more diverse people in this. It's like, how's that going for you?
Yeah.
Like, do you like that you're not getting as much as before, or like, is
Yeah.
it working?
Dude, fucking poor Bud Light. That's fucking rough. Their like figures are down forever. They're like selling off some of their craft brand. Oh, Anheuser-Busch is selling off some of their craft brands.
Mm.
That went very poorly for them.
I've heard very little about it. I just know their marketing like has fucked their sales. That's all I know.
Yeah. There was like one marketing executive who was like, we want to get rid of the fratty image. I don't like it. Like,
Okay.
dude, fucking
That's the whole reason.
frat boys are the only people that buy Bud Light.
That's the problem,
Yeah.
isn't it? I don't know why they go against, and it's not just like with things like Bud Light, like consumables or like clothing brands and stuff. It's in entertainment as well. It's
yeah.
like, why do you do this? Like, why do you not keep your current audience, like let's say Star Wars, for example? Why not like still have all the original stuff people like, and then introduce the new stuff on top instead of just being like, nah, new stuff. We kill off all the old stuff. That's a good idea.
Yeah. You've got to get
like,
rid of toxic
You
masculinity.
got to do it right.
Obviously, you have to get rid of toxic masculinity. Otherwise, how will the girls grow up to be girl
I don't
bosses?
think people understand what toxic masculinity is anymore.
Yeah.
Because they're like, nah, has a man in it? Toxic.
Yeah. Men
That's
are.
stupid.
Yeah. Obviously, men are toxic. They do nothing for the world.
Yeah, I know, but they're saying all men are toxic.
The strangest.
That's the
trend-
whole reason you have like shit. Well, that's not the whole reason, but it's like, this is like why racism exists. Because you put everyone in the same boat saying, you're all this. Or sexism. Women are all like this. Men are all like this. It's the same thing. You're putting everyone in the same boat.
There was what was the comedian's name? Anthony Jeselnik. There was an Anthony Jeselnik bit where he was like, I just don't understand racism. Why would you hate on one group just because of the way they all behave?
Because the way they all behave. Oh, shit.
Yeah. That's funny. Can't make my own jokes here. Got to preface that. That was from somebody else's material.
Wasn't me, man.
Just repeating it.
Yeah.
It was in Minecraft,
That's dangerous rhetoric you're
Yeah.
repeating there.
obviously.
You're now cancelled.
I think the strangest trend, right, is that there was a wave on the internet recently of more liberal women in the big cities in the US, like taking to the internet and complaining that they can't find a man they're attracted to that's not a conservative.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh yeah, well I want chivalrous, like opens doors for me, looks after me, happy to pay for everything. Like, yeah, I want all that, but nobody that believes what I believe does that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Who would have thought?
it's wild. It's a dangerous trend. Like, have you seen the data about the political leanings of, I think it's whatever, high school seniors, whatever the fuck year 12 is over there.
Yeah.
And it's like fuck. We should pull it up. How are we going to pull it up? Check the keyboard here.
Chuck the keyboard.
Yeah, there we go. Reading from the hill. Find a picture. I
That
just
was
want
our-
to look at the pictures.
This is our political podcast. this
Hard-hitting
time.
journalism. Doing the same thing everybody else has done. 2 weeks later and uploading it like a month later. See, there's the graph.
Oh yeah, I've seen this graph recently.
Yeah, terrifying. Men are going infinitely
Such
more
a drastic
conservative.
difference.
Yeah, and very, very, very recently. Women are going liberal. How are people going to want to mash genitals together if they
Yeah, they
fundamentally
have opposing
disagree
views like that.
on the direction of the country? Shit's gonna get spicy over the next like couple decades because like this is just the beginning. These people will start to get together and it can only get worse. Who knows what the next US election is going to end up being like, but it's probably not going to be more calm, chill, and rational than the last one.
No.
Yeah, so we'll see.
What about all the, well, at least I've seen there's been a few articles
Have you
about
keyboard
like
back,
people
fucker?
not being, or a lot more people being like single and shit and not dating. It kind of does
Yeah.
correlate with all this information, doesn't it? It's like,
Well,
yeah.
I think that I follow Alexander Datepsych on Twitter. Like I follow a group of a cluster of people that cover that sort of thing about attraction and dating, and it's all very interesting. Like in the age of the internet, like people just upload data and findings and share opinions, and it's all really cool because this would have, like 30 years ago, this would have all been behind closed doors, but now we can all watch the trends in real time, saying that people are just getting together less often. And there's a working theory at the moment that it's because, well, if everybody's getting less attractive, everybody will be attracted to each other less, so you begin to see people just not get together with people that are equal to them in rating effectively, because they don't want to, like, if they're a 4, they still don't want to be with a 4.
No.
And they won't look up, like, improve themselves to get better.
Is this for both genders or are you talking about?
Yeah, this is for both genders. Metabolic syndrome doesn't
Yeah, okay.
discriminate. Seed oils making people fat and dumb.
Here we go again.
It's the seed oils.
They're turning the freaking frogs gay.
No, that's atrazine. Not fucking proven, dude.
No, mate, it's just like any drug ever that's in the water. Yeah.
Yeah, don't fucking shit on my boy. My boy Alex Jones.
But it's a good meme. I like it.
Yeah, it is fun.
It's so over the top, whether you believe it or not, but it's just funny.
Yeah. He's an entertainer first and foremost. You can't forget that.
That is entertaining.
And he's kind
Whether you
of...
believe it or not, surely everyone
Yeah.
can laugh at that. Like, that's pretty funny.
Yeah. The remixes are the best. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I think I have. Back when it was big, like,
Yeah.
when it for everyone was fucking
Frickin'
downloading.
Frogskate.
Yeah.
Do
And has
you
big- yeah, it's
understand
good.
that? Yeah, how fucking good
freaking
they
frog gay.
Yeah, exactly.
So passionate. too.
Yeah, it's the seed oils. Everyone's getting fat and ugly, effectively.
Mm.
I blame seed oils exclusively. It could be that. It could be a lot of other things. I used to be anti-sugar. Now I'm like,
The sweet stuff got me.
sugar is good.
Have
I'm
you
like,
even tried going like sugar free for like a month or something?
yeah, I did a month of carnivore once.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
there was no sugar basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And like it was just wasn't unsustainable. Like I felt good, but it was just a bit dull by the end of it. I felt the best I'd ever felt at that point anyway, because my diet was a bit shit.
Yeah.
Like it's been a many year process to iterate down to what actually works really well. But yeah, just carnivore. I felt great, but goddamn, it was boring. Just eating meat and salt. You're like, I'd love a sandwich, even if it makes me feel like I've eaten a bag of sand, which it did afterwards.
Did you
Fucking-
lose weight from it as well?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like fucking.
Was it like pretty, not instantaneous, but like it was pretty noticeable? Like
Yeah, it was pretty
once you were
noticeable
halfway
and
through
pretty
sort
much
of thing?
straight away.
you're like, yeah, right.
Yeah, after like 3 weeks, I was down like 7 kilos, which I reckon I was just you don't carry as much water around. It's harder to manage hydration manually without carbohydrates in your diet. That's its own skill.
Mm.
So like I would have been dehydrated chronically probably, which is why like sugar's a good thing. Overall.
Stimulant.
Yeah, well, meat, fruit, dairy, all that sort of stuff. I like a lot of what Paul Saladino says about an animal-based diet. That's pretty good. And Ray Peat also talks about like sugar is sugar. So where people try and demonize refined sugar for causing inflammation, I think it's the theory is that sugar only reveals inflammation that was already there. So
Okay.
like having a bunch of sugar will up your inflammatory response, but the underlying mechanism for the inflammation was occurring anyway. They just don't measure. I should research that more. Don't take that at
Don't
face
quote me
value.
on it.
But yeah. So again, it's the seed oils because they fuck with your mitochondria. So if you can keep your mitochondria healthy, everything runs better. Like,
Oh, yeah.
so I did the month of carnivore and then I went off it for a while. And eventually I was sort of like, oh, I really should do something. So I just started adding like half a kit, like a pound for American viewers. It's probably just Australians, but like a pound to half a kilo, like 450, 500 grams of beef mince a day on top of what I would normally eat. And I instantly began to lean up a bit and have more energy and stuff like that.
Yep.
So I think in the modern human diet, most people are actually chronically undereating important nutrients, both micronutrients and macronutrients. So eating what is quote unquote good for you in the West is you are not getting enough protein. If you eat like a traditional, normal, like standard American diet type shit,
Yeah.
you're not getting enough protein, and you're sure as hell not getting enough fat soluble vitamins from your animal products and stuff like that. I think a great crime has been done with dietary advice over the last 50 odd years. Like the idea of limiting sodium. There's studies out there that show that if you limit sodium, like the American Heart Health Association says you should, it's actually worse for you than like eating way overeating sodium.
Yeah, okay. That's
Like,
interesting.
yeah, restricting sodium to where you're meant to, in inverted commas, is just as bad for your mortality. So it's like 2,000 mgs, 2 grams of sodium a day. That's just as bad for you as 10,000 mgs, so 10 grams of sodium a day for overall mortality. There's like an optimum point for all-cause mortality minimization, like 4,000 or something. There's a graph of it somewhere. I think I've brought this up in a podcast before. Probably. I do repeat myself
might have
about
done.
this. Yeah, so basically eat salt until you feel better. Like if you crave salt, have salt. Don't have it on French fries, because seed oils, that's where they get you, right? It's very nice. Fried potato is
What
delicious.
about, I just want to, call me uneducated if you want, but like when it comes to...
High
fucking-
uneducated, I'm dead.
Okay. What about like, because doesn't salt, like if you have too much salt, does that not contribute to like if you got like kidney stones or something?
So your kidneys are really, really good at excreting excess sodium, but you can't synthesize it.
Okay.
So the mechanism by which they claim excess salt intake is bad, what they're actually measuring is like blood sodium level or something, which is related to, it's regulated by the kidneys, and it's regulated by the same cluster of mechanisms that are involved in blood sugar regulation. So the excess sodium in the bloodstream is actually a symptom of insulin resistance
Okay.
and metabolic disorder more generally, rather than it has anything to do with your diet. Because if you change your salt intake up or down, it has a truly minimal effect on the actual like amount of circulating sodium.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the main cause of kidney stones then?
Kidney stones, I think, are oxalates.
Okay.
So
You'll have to explain that one to me.
oxalates are a class of compound found predominantly in dark leafy greens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So if you're just absolutely crushing kale, you're going to give yourself kidney stones eventually.
Ooh, not
That's
good.
how it works.
That's interesting. Yeah, because I was always under the impression it was to do with like too much salt intake. Like it just like basically becomes a build up that kidneys don't process it right, and then eventually it has to come out somewhere, which is in a very painful way.
Yeah, no, that's because like, forget what, if oxalates a catalyst or it is part of the crystallization process. I think it's part of it. I should fact check that, but I know I had a friend while I was at uni who did a project on it, but I didn't listen to his work at all.
Yeah, project.
like,
I didn't care.
Yeah. Cool, bro. Cool news. Yeah, so there's a whole variety of these things that there's a proposed mechanism by the medical establishment that doesn't line up with all the data. Not that anything could line up with all the data, because there's so much data now, but there's lots of proposed mechanisms and dietary advice that are handed out because of it. Like, if you want more iron, eat more spinach, but iron in the form it is in spinach is wildly not bioavailable. So if you're going to eat enough iron from dark leafy greens, and look, some dark leafy greens are good for you, but if you're trying to get your necessary iron intake from it, especially if you're a lady, you'll probably give yourself kidney stones before you hit a suitable iron level over the course of like 5-10 years.
Yeah, right.
Like these are the sorts of things that take time to show up, but your body's slowly working towards it. So most people just assume this sort of thing happens because you're getting old.
Really?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
ask
okay.
any person in the population, they're just like, oh yeah, people just get fat as they get old. That does appear to be happening, but it's because they're eating kind of like they're eating poison for like 30 years.
And the body just can't handle it.
Yeah, it starts
Yeah.
to win. Yeah. In
Yeah,
the
'cause
war
your
of
body's-
attrition.
Not decaying, but its process of decreasing in efficiency and stuff.
Yeah, a high seed oil diet, like over time, does damage your mitochondrial function, which causes everything to run less efficiently. And so your body has to, well, store more fat. It also fucks with your hormones and things like that. So it's a battle you slowly lose.
Yep.
Unless you're eating predominantly animal based. Like, I'll still eat bullshit regularly. Not regularly, but like kind of. Like a lot of work lunches, I'll just have half a kilo of beef in patty form. And I went from like having that with just salt, and then I added like garlic and herbs back in for a bit of fun, for a bit of variety. Then I started doing sriracha sauce, and then I got hot sauce, and then I got hot sauce that was too hot. So I got barbecue sauce to cut it back. And so now my lunch is pretty much just like meat and sugar. I feel
Yeah, right.
fantastic, dude. It's great. And I'm the leanest I've ever been. I don't think I'm the strongest I've ever been. That's because I'm an inconsistent shithead with actually getting to the gym. And I've been trying to work on like flexibility and technique and stuff like that so that I don't injure myself.
That's good.
Which is good to do, but I'm not moving like peak weight, which is something I got to
It's
get.
better you don't injure yourself. It puts you out for longer, and if it's a bad injury, then yeah, you have that for life. You have
Yeah.
that disadvantage on you.
And like, what's the point in being able to do a squat slightly more weight, like squat 90, 100 kilos, 90, 100 kilos rather than 80, if I can't like sit comfortably in a Slav squat hanging out with the boys? Like,
Yeah.
there's more important things than just moving numbers, like strength through a whole range of motion. I've been really into the, what's his name? Kneesovertoesguy. Been really into his stuff, and that, like, the ways to strengthen the knee. His work's fantastic. Like, so walking backwards and training the knee through the whole range of motion.
Yeah.
So doing like split squats where you go all the way down to the ground till your like heels begin to lift off the ground and stuff like that. Like, that's how you get, yeah, that's how you strengthen joints for injury prevention. Because if you just do regular squats, your knee is strengthened most of the way. And so in those like rare cases where something goes too far or you land awkwardly or like you're out of the regular range of motion that you're trained for, injuries will happen because you're not trained for it. Like, your body's not resilient in those angles and stuff like that.
Yep.
That's what you want to avoid. I should do it more. I should take it more seriously, but I'm also learning multiple guitars, doing a podcast, doing YouTube content. I have a day job.
Doing too much.
Sometimes I see
all
my
good.
girlfriend. It's like,
I had a question from before about
Yeah.
the carnivore diet you went on.
yeah.
Did you feel like you were sleeping better and had more energy?
Yeah, for sure.
And do you reckon it's just because of the diet, or just the no sugar? Or
I've
I've done a little bit of reading, and I thought, well, from what I read, it was like when you don't have sugar, you feel a bit. It's the like when you don't have sugar, for like going off sugar for the first time, you don't like it, sort of thing. Like, your body doesn't like it. You don't feel very good.
yeah, like, it's tough.
Yeah, it's tough, like coming off it.
Yeah.
But eventually, you start feeling better, and you can sleep better, and so, that's what I've read. Is that how you felt when you were on this
Yeah.
diet?
Yeah, certainly it's tough. I've read a theory recently. I used to have like the normal sort of opinion on it, like, oh yeah, well, you're just getting used to it, your body's switching fuel types. Not only is your body switching fuel types as you switch to a fat burning mode and your body really begins to draw from your fat reserves, if you've been eating standard diet full of seed oils for 20, 25 years, like however old you are before you do the carnivore diet, you've accrued all this like unstable fat tissue that all of a sudden your body starts drawing from. So the current theory, I don't know if it's validated at all by research, but a lot of this stuff is more bro science than science. Doesn't necessarily mean it's wrong, but I'll admit that it's predominantly bro science at this point. But it's as your body begins to draw from your fat reserves to run up to account for the no sugar in your diet, it's effectively just pulling every gram of canola oil that you've eaten. It's drawing from, chemically unstable fat reserves. And so you feel like shit because you're basically just like all the poison you've eaten over the last 20 years is flooding into your system.
And that's what it's using. And it's like,
yeah,
now your system's full of that. Huh?
And like,
that's why you feel shit.
Yeah. And that's the terrifying part for people is that if you're like 20, 30 kilos overweight, you have to burn that stuff off if you want to have a long and healthy life.
So you feel shit for longer. Yeah.
But yeah, you're going to feel the consequences of all your choices. Like, it's not a magic, easy way out. Like, you're gonna feel the consequences of your choices one way or the other.
Nothing like that should be an easy way out anyway. But like the reward is if you endure, in the end, you're better for it.
Yeah, and like I enjoyed carnivore. Like, and you do feel better. You feel like you sleep better because inevitably you're cutting out, all the processed bullshit. You're cutting out the seed oils just by courtesy of not having anything like that and only eating animal products. And so you're all at once cutting the poisons from your diet. And people assume it's because you've cut sugar, but I don't think it is at all. We'll go into that in a second. You're cutting all the poisons from your diet, and then you're just like flooding your system with bioavailable iron, zinc, vitamin K2, like there's a whole list of stuff you only get from animal foods that most people probably don't eat in an amount that's useful to them.
Yep.
So all of a sudden your body's just got everything it could need for healthy cell metabolism, and you've cut the poisons out. So it's like going on drugs. You feel great.
It's like going on drugs.
No, dude, you've got so much more energy. You sleep great, like, because your body can just, you're giving it all the building blocks it needs to run optimally all of a sudden, except simple carbs.
Did you cut out like alcohol as well, like whiskey or bourbon, anything that might have had sugar in it as well?
I think
you still have a drink every so often, or
I think I still had a drink every so often. That's its own bad habit.
Yeah, alcohol's its own poison.
Well, I also I work in beer, so
you probably couldn't cut that part out.
Yeah, I think I did a good job. I only had like absolutely critical quality control samples, as in like stuff that I had to taste. But I think I spit almost all of it out. After about a week, I was like, fuck it, some sips can't hurt. I just want to stop spitting stuff out in the workplace. That's weird to do. Yeah. I suppose, cutting alcohol out would have made you feel better too. The caveat with all these good things about cutting out the poisons and then filling yourself with fat-soluble vitamins and like everything that the human animal needs to run optimally without sugar, effectively, in some form like honey or fruit. There's good choices and there's alternate choices. At the end of the day, sugar's sugar. But if you're going to eat something that you can prompt yourself to overeat on, I don't know. Sorry, this is old rhetoric coming out of myself. I actually take a more Ray Peat approach now, which is have sugar until you don't feel like sugar anymore. Just cut the seed oils. Your body has the ability to manage how much beef, fruit, honey, dairy, like your satiety mechanisms are fine-tuned for those things. It's when you eat the crack, the fucking dietary crack, the seed oils, that throws your body completely out on how you should eat. So if you're eating whole foods effectively, you shouldn't be able to overeat, and then your metabolism would be better because you're not eating seed oils, blah, 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 blah. But not having any sugar absolutely crashes your free testosterone. Basically sets it to zero, like down to like female levels.
Really?
Yeah. So you can have your testosterone will be up overall. And this isn't my area of expertise. I'm chemistry by background. So this is just stuff I've pretty much just taken straight from More Plates, More Dates. Your free testosterone is effectively your usable testosterone. So even though overall testosterone is up, the testosterone that you can use is bound up by sex hormone binding globulin. So like there's this alternate mechanism that means that even though you have more testosterone, much infinitely less of it is available to the body.
Okay.
So carnivore diet makes you feel great. It's a really good way to like cut weight because you're not having sugars. You're slightly less hydrated. Like if you need to make weight for going on a stage or playing a role in a movie, it's a really solid way to do it. Or if you need to come down in some body fat fast, it's a good way to do it. But it's not good for you long term because it crashes your testosterone.
Yeah, right. That's
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that part.
So like there's within the carnivore community online, they're as bad as the vegans. I thought they are. The fuckers are like, yeah, no, fucking you can't eat any fruit.
Maybe they're just not as vocal as the vegans though. You see vegans doing protesting all the time, but maybe
Yeah, vegans are in
that's
line.
probably why I haven't heard anything about it.
Vegans are in line with the "you will eat the bugs" rhetoric, so they get fucking
You are hurting the animals.
yeah.
It's like they
Yeah.
die. They have a good life and then they die. What more could you want?
Yeah, so that goes.
At least that's how it is in Australia.
You are hurting the animals plays well on like Weekend Sunrise that middle-aged women watch. Like they go, yeah, fuck the animals, even though their metabolism's in the fucking floor, they can't fucking do anything
Yeah, seed
themselves.
oil's good.
All their joints hurt. Yeah, they're like, no. Protect the animals. I take the Matt McCusker approach. Like, I kind of like the idea of not hurting animals, but I also kind of like the idea of killing a creature and eating its flesh to absorb its powers.
Yes. Solving its powers.
Yeah.
So
Lol.
good.
What was I saying?
What we're talking about? We're talking about fucking
No sugar crashes hormones.
yeah.
Yeah, and like the brain requires ketones to run. The brain also sort of requires glucose to run. Like, yeah, gluconeogenesis is the process in which your body, eating a high protein, no sugar diet, your body will break down protein into sugar to use in the brain. But that's like a survival process. It's like an emergency only system that the body has, so that you don't die without sugar effectively.
Yep.
If you're still getting animal fats in you. And like carnivore people will claim that that's all you need sugar wise, but it's definitely not optimal for hormones to just rely on gluconeogenesis. Whereas like you can crush like, as long as you're having it in like fruit form, you can't
Yeah,
you'll shit yourself before you overeat fruit. It's the body's built-in safety mechanism.
I was wondering about that. Like, with your carnivore diet, did you eat anything that was like just natural sugar? Because the way I thought was like, well, I'd say natural sugar is probably better for you than the processed shit. Much like our seed oils are probably it's a more processed oil. It's not a natural oil that you're drinking. Like anything that's processed isn't like that normal for the body. Like it's not the body wouldn't be used to it.
Yeah. Okay, so on the point of the body not being used to stuff, it's the combination of fat and sugar that the body really reacts to like it's cocaine.
Yep.
That's why chocolate's so good. So good, dude. Because so the body has mechanisms for really enjoying fats because that's where your fat-soluble vitamins are. That's why, like, steaks are nice. Like, that's the protein itself isn't what the body goes for taste-wise. The protein is what the body goes for satiety-wise, so your gut will not turn off hunger signaling until it's had what it deems to be enough protein. But psychologically, and like with taste and the way that you're driven to eat more, it's fat and sugar that it goes for. So like you can eat an amount of fruit until you've had enough fruit, and then your body will be like, that's enough fruit. You can eat an amount of like pork till you've had enough fat in your body and protein. Your body will go, that's enough fat and protein. You combine those two mechanisms in like chocolate, where it's fat and sugar. There are no brakes on the fucking chocolate train, dude. Your body has no frame of reference for when to stop eating that because it doesn't exist in nature.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So that's why you overeat that sort of shit because your body's like, holy
Wow, that's so
fuck,
good. Let's keep having it.
dude. The monkey that you are is like, yeah, why
I
would,
can't judge this. Keep eating it though.
yeah, this is good. This is everything we need all in one package.
Oh shit,
Just
you went
keep
through a
at it.
block? Yeah, you can still eat more.
You eat your daily calories and chocolate. Don't worry, man. Keep going. Keep going.
It
You'll
tastes
feel
good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I like it too.
Yum. Yeah. So that's that mechanism. And then generally that sort of food is like, okay, so that's why processed food is so good. It's that fat sugar combo. It's why like you can make a really good homemade lasagna. So effectively it's why pasta is good too. But most people won't make homemade lasagna with real ingredients and no seed oils. They'll buy like a Coles $11 fucking just chuck the cunt in the oven lasagna.
Yep.
And then that's really easy to overeat, and you're consuming a bunch of seed oils, which further throw your metabolism and your ability to deal with stuff. So you'll get fatter from eating much less than you would if you eat animal-based, effectively. And I'm a big proponent for animal-based, but pasta fucks. So I still have pasta in the
I
roaster.
think you just like the cheese on it, though.
Yeah, dude. When I do pasta,
Oh,
it's
yes,
like
cheese.
1/3 beef, 1/3 cheese. I don't even know. I'll occasionally put vegetables in. I'm like, I know what I'm about. It's pretty close to animal based.
Cheese is the important part.
Yeah, dude.
It's got
Gnocchi.
meat, good.
Oh, gnocchi. It's just like fucking
It's a drug.
potato balls. Yeah. Oh, that's the stuff. Coat that in sugary sauce, load it up with cheese. It's that fat sugar combo again.
It's all the good stuff that I like.
Yeah, exactly.
With the carnivore diet, or just like a non-sugar diet in general, would you not? Because you're like, you wouldn't want to do it all the time because it crashes your testosterone levels, at least for
Yep.
males.
Even for females, it's not good for you to go without
Do
that.
it long term.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what if you did it short term? Like, let's say you did it for like 1 month, once a year, just to get rid of all the fucking, like, it went and processed all the bad shit. Would that be like ideal? Or if you did it like every year, would that be bad because the body would be changing and then you'd be going back to a normal diet and then your body would not get as efficient? Like, would
It's
it be?
potentially good to do just because it completely changes your relationship with food. Only running on the like protein satiety mechanism completely changes your relationship with food psychologically.
Yeah.
So it's good for that, even if it's not good long term. And
Yeah.
then I found myself starting from a carnivore frame of reference and then adding stuff. It's good to as an elimination diet because you will thrive on it mostly, and then you can add stuff back in to see what was like fucking with your head and like what was making you feel like shit about your old diet. So it's a good starting point, but then you want to add back in fruit and honey and dairy. But if you don't tolerate dairy well, don't eat the dairy, and you'll find that out. You'll find out that it wasn't meat at all.
Yeah, okay. Because I'm thinking of it like, would it be a good cleanse? Like, you could eat all the shit all you want, but if you go and do this, it's like, well, now your body's going to eliminate, you're going to feel shit for a week or two, and you'll come out of it, and then you can either slowly go back to choosing individually what you think you should eat that's fucking with it
Yeah.
the way like diet the way you want after that. Or you can go back to doing what you want and then go and do it the next year and just get rid of all the shit again. But I don't know how good that would be for you, but I'm just thinking more of it. Yeah, like it is a good way to like cleanse yourself of all the shit you've eaten over your years.
Yeah, but you can do that whilst eating fruit and dairy and honey and all those sorts of other things. Like it really fundamentally just need to cut the seed oils. You can eat a lot of stuff around it. Like the Mediterranean diet's super popular because they just use olive oil as the fats. So they never, in their traditional Mediterranean cooking, they don't use seed oils. And modern dietary science is mystified as to why people do so well on the Mediterranean diet.
Mystified.
Mystified. How could it? Why? Oh, it's not really high protein. Why would I do that? You just eat real food, dude. Fucking eat olives, drink wine, based. Done. You'll thrive on that.
Isn't olive oil a seed oil?
No.
I thought it was, but I thought it wasn't one of the like worst ones. Like canola is considered one of the worst ones.
So olives are a fruiting body of a plant. Fundamentally, they're not actually the seeds.
Okay.
They contain the seeds, but in making the olive oil, you basically, rather than taking a bunch of canola seeds, like washing them with acid, heat treating them to 200 degrees, like it's a nasty extraction process to make seed oils.
Lots of processing.
Yeah, and it's that heating to 200 degrees that makes all the already chemically unstable, unsaturated fatty acids like break down. It's fundamentally in chemistry, double bonds are unstable. So if you apply heat, eventually they start breaking down.
Okay.
And like fucky shit begins to happen, and you get like byproducts that are I forget what the name of it is, like 4-HNE. It's a particular compound that's demonstrably awful for you and is predominantly found in processed seed oils. Whereas when you make olive oil, you press the olives, squeeze them until the oil comes out. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and so coconut oil is in the same vein. they're arguably not as good for you as animal fats, but that's like now we're getting into the nitty gritty of, well, I think my diet idea is better. And this is where you get the militant carnivores versus the militant fucking fiber people. And dude, it's wild online.
Yeah, right.
But like, if we're at the point where we're arguing about is olive oil or beef tallow better for you, that's a win. Because canola oil's poison. Cut that shit out.
It's just super cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the question that I was answering before I went off on that wild tangent?
What, the one I asked about being a cleanse or?
Yeah.
just talking
Okay.
about?
So a month of carnivore is really good for you because it changes how your brain works. Fundamentally, like, you go without sugar, you've got to like overcome this immense desire to eat what you'd normally eat. Your body's like, it's like doing a fast, except it's effectively doing a fast, but with a base diet of fucking good shit, the best shit. But yeah, your brain will freak out on you.
What are you doing? You're not having the usual shit.
Yeah. Where is my orange juice, cunt? Yeah, that's the
Where's
sort
the
of.
fucking sugar, cunt? Where's
Yeah.
it's chocolate?
But if you can get through that, it's just like doing hard things, like if you have to
Yeah.
climb up a mountain or something.
Or you start going to the gym and you're fucking working hard. You're like, fuck, I feel so tired. Like,
Yeah, it's another
Yeah.
challenge to
but after a
overcome.
week, you'll feel good.
It's a good challenge for you to overcome too, because it's really fucking hard. And
I don't know about you, but I like when you've done something like worked out hard. Let's say you go on a hike.
yeah.
You don't usually hike, and then you
It's tough.
fucking do it. You come back, you wake up, you're like, fuck, I feel sore. But you know what? I feel good as well. Like, I feel sore, but I know I fucking worked.
Yeah.
There's something about it's like, yeah, I feel sore, but I actually feel good about it.
Yeah. That's particular. So everyone gets that, but men especially get that. Our endocrine system is linked to our brain in the way that effort feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah, hard work makes brain go burr. That's
Like
that's what the male animal's optimized for.
you could win and complain about being sore, but it's like, but I feel good about it.
Yeah.
And I know that once, like, I don't feel sore anymore, I still feel good. Like, yeah, I've gained something.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
I
gotta
love,
do it more.
this is why I love doing all the stuff I do. Because I feel great.
Hmm.
I'm so busy. I'm getting so much done. Working out, fucking eating well. It's a high, dude. This is what life should be like, but so many people just live, oh, why would you do that? That's hard.
If I do that and I fail, I can't.
What about my relaxing time?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, dude, fucking enjoy being liberal cuck, then. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, enjoy being comfortable and miserable, basically.
Relaxing is important, but if you like work a retail
You're doing
job
it all the time.
and then go home and like, well, I need to play video games so I can relax. Like, no, I don't know if you do. Like,
I don't think your day was that hard.
if you've been digging dishes all day, sure, play some video games, fucking chill out. But
Yeah, if you did a 12-hour day doing that, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
go for
exactly.
it.
But
You
like-
just fucking, yeah, that's most of your day.
our friends that like work part time, even adults, and they're like, I'm working today. I'm too tired to do anything.
Tough life, huh?
Yeah, you and I are like up at fucking 4:30.
Get home, yep. Time to do some actual work.
I had to work 7 whole hours today.
It's a tough life, man.
Must be nice.
I know, like,
Yeah, did you do 8 hours plus some unpaid overtime and then go to the gym?
I used to work 3.5. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing to complain about. It's
Yeah,
like, cool,
like, that's
go
not
home,
even-
can do what I want.
It's like playing.
Now I work 10-hour days. It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
get on with it.
yeah. What are you fucking idiots?
Oh, we've done nearly an hour, so
Yeah, fuck
I reckon
yeah.
we might wrap it up, huh?
Yeah, I reckon it's a good
I
spot.
think we've,
Fucking get me talking about seed oils. I get fired up.
yeah,
Time flies.
I know. It's like a guest, like getting him to talk about anything. We can just sit back and he can just chat.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hour
Lol.
and 20 gone by? Oh, that's good.
Fuck yeah. All right, I guess we'll sign off then.
Yep.
Enjoy, fuckers.
Yeah. See ya.